Right, Mark has a few stats for me here as well. Mohamed Salah has now got the most goal contributions in a single month for any Premier League player in Premier League history. 19 goals and assists for Mo in December, beating Luis Suarez record, my apologies. Luis Suarez record of 13. And again, Richard Hughes was watching on there from the stands. Get that man his contract or you're going to be fired, because not giving this man a deal is idiotic. And get it done quickly. Corey Peters said 30 goals and assists for Mohamed Salah alone in the league. FSG need to pay the man or there should be fan riots. It looks astonishingly stupid that this man hasn't been given a deal yet. And whatever the reason is, I don't think it washes. Get it done. Just get it done. Because if nothing else, Mo can't convince anybody what the future holds. Mo can't convince anybody what he doesn't know. We don't know what he looks like in a year's time or in 2 years' time. But we do know what we're getting now. And what we're getting now is quite simply the best player in the world. And if that isn't enough for our owners to tie him down, well then what Corey said isn't too far away from being how I'd feel about it. They would deserve to be ran out of the club because it is idiotic that it hasn't been done. He's more than deserving of it. Forever Red said that footwork from Salah was disgustingly good. And it was a few times today we've seen that great footwork from Mo. Not happy with Salah's missed chances. I mean, I get that you're a hard taskmaster and all that, but come on now. Nobody's ever going to have 100% accuracy in front of goal. And yep, on occasion he might make a weak pass or whatever, but more often than not, look at the weight of the ball and the timing of the ball to Diogo Jota as well. I thought we were just brilliant today. 17 goals, 13 assists in Premier League. Salah is on something, said Michael Burns. Yep, on fire is what he is, mate. Christian said, great match, much love from the USA. People need to quit bitching about missed shots. Bottom line, we won. I'm always astonished at the new ways people find to complain about a 5-0 victory. Christian, especially towards a man who scored a goal and had 2 assists in the game as well. But I agree with you, sir. And thank you for your membership with us for 15 months. By the way, Mohamed Salah, let me say this loud and clear for everybody. This season, Mohamed Salah is having 1.5 goal contributions every game. 1.5 every game. That is ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. It's the highest ever in the Premier League. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insanity what he's doing. Question to Mo, any good news coming soon? Mo Salah, no, we are very far from that. Lads, I'm sorry for the silence for a second. I'm trying to word this in a way I'm not going to get sued. I fear we're having the piss taken out of us by these owners. If the conversation is still a long way away, this club has a problem. And we're being taken for mugs. Because we brought in a sporting director who has done nothing. And we have owners who have done nothing. And to hear Mohamed Salah say there today that we're still very far from that is nothing short of disgraceful. And I don't care how fond you are of FSG. I don't care. This man deserves that contract. And the fact that this is even a talking point is disgusting. The fact that we let these people get away with this is disgusting. They're stealing a fucking living. What do they do to justify their existence in their jobs? Because they've done nothing since they've come through the door. Hughes, Edwards, nothing. Brought in the manager, brilliant, and sat on their hands. Not got one contract renewed. And to hear Mo say that again today after that, I feel for him. Because if I'm him, I'm pissed off. Not at the fans, not at Arne Slot, not at his teammates. But I'd be getting close to sticking two fingers up. It must be just his love of the club and the fan base that's stopping him from going nuclear. Because he'd have every right to. Multiple times, FNG can build on success and nothing. Yeah, I know, it's a disgrace. They are a disgrace. I've warned this for years. And I've tried to be fair about it. But I've told you, they're cheap. They're cheap. And it's true. And anybody who tells you otherwise is in their pocket. They're cheap. They are a disgrace. They are pathetic. I'm not going to hold back in my diagnosis of it because they are absolutely pathetic. To sit there and know that this man is doing this and he's potential to walk away from the club in 2 days' time and sign a pre-contract, it's disgusting. There's nothing short of disgusting. And you need to speak up. You do. And I would urge all Liverpool fans, I don't care if you want your access and you want your interviews with the players. I don't care. You have a moral duty to stand up and speak up now, because John W. Henry won't be part of the legacy of this football club. But this man will. This man will be part of the death. This man will be what your grandkids are talking about. And John W. Henry and Tom Werner and Mike Gordon and all these other cowering little fucking slimy arseholes that are sitting over in Boston not doing the basic needs to keep this club competitive, which is keep the talent that's here. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. Craig, the club need to be careful. Look at United. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop with the pandering. Stop with the arse licking. Stop with the... He's not Rashford, mate. He's not going to become Marcus Rashford. He's not going to become Alexis Sanchez or Mesut Ozil. He just isn't. Because he's on a crusade. He's on a mission to write a legacy and cement a legacy. Unlike those other chancers. So, this warning is just... It's exactly what the owners want from our fan base. Is the people to go to that place. Don't. Do what's right. Say what's right. And what's right is that man gets paid. Because United's business overall has been a disgrace. But this man, he deserves our support. He deserves all of us to grow a pair and stand up behind him and Virgil. You know, we can't really speak to the Trent situation as much because we know that's going to be about his future and about numbers. But this is about respect now. It's about respect. Angelica said, Mohamed Salah loves Liverpool Football Club, but more importantly, he loves England. He deserves a new contract. And you're a United supporter. Yeah, there's no argument against it. There's no fear, you know. And look, to be fully fair about it, I think we could have all understood at the start of the season. Edwards and Hughes thinking, well, we don't know what Salah we're going to see. Are we going to see a drop-off? I think that's a fair fear to have. But if you don't think he's answered that question, what more can he do? He can't do any more. Because he can't ever play the future now. You know, we can only show you what he's about now. And how he looks after himself. And how he plays week in and week out. And his availability. And his robustness. And his professionalism. And everything else. Along with the numbers. The records that are shattering week after week. Day after day. It's about respect now. That's the word. Respect. Thought Salah and Virgil contract was basically sorted. What's happened, or have we been fed nonsense again? My understanding, again from what I'm hearing, which is from people who are again being briefed, was that both those contracts were very close. But I guess the fear is, if they're not, it is valid again to ask, what is the plan here? What is the master plan? What's the big picture? Because going into January with them all available to sign on is an embarrassment. It's terrible business. And it will cost you trophies and success. Or could derail your season. There's no sensible aspect to this. I don't know.